first workout, I should say. So just got off a little bit ago. So I'm gonna start trying to do a little bit more. I know that there's more to do, so I got my ladder climber out. We got Bob out, so we're gonna do some ladder climbs, do a little boxing, and just enjoy it. So, yeah, let's get to it. I'm gonna get my analytics real quick, but we'll jump into it. All right. Get this going. And as always, just trying to move around a little bit with Bob. Keep the head movement, keep my feet moving, keep those punches coming back to the face instead of dropping my hands. Nothing crazy, just getting our bits in. So I'm going to bounce back and forth between that and the ladder. Actually, I think I'm going to throw some crunches in with it as well. So that'll be my circuit. I'll do the ladder, climber, do a round, and then I'll do the crunches. I'm shooting at 10. And I don't necessarily have a time frame on the rounds. I'm doing 20 per side on that, so it's like a total of 40. And I'll do 20 crunches. Grab a sip of water while we're at it. How y'all doing? Where are you coming to us from? Where are you watching from? Get back to the ladder. Throw on the gloves. Number 3, so we're just going to keep pushing. Appreciate the thumbs up. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Feeling good, feeling good. That was set 4. Make sure I get my little sips of water in between. Get these gloves on. Gotta stay with that water. What's up, Emmanuel Briggs? Salute to you. Where are you coming to us from? Oh, just trying to get a little work in after I got off my shift. I appreciate you dropping in. 5:15 every morning we go live and do 100 push-ups. You're welcome to join then too. Subscriptions are free. Got a little sweat in my eyes. Let me get these crunches and I'll see what we got. Israel, happy birthday. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Israel and Emmanuel, where are you coming to us from? What part of the world are you guys in? I appreciate that. Emmanuel, you know, you got to make the jab count. Make it sting. May not land like the big punch, but it's got to sting. San Jose, salute. You guys have your own workout regimens? Like, what kind of stuff do you normally do? Oh, I'm back on the ladder. Just finished 8. We got a couple more. Manual, I try to hit the bag, do a little weightlifting, and ride my bike. Yeah, that's all you need. I've always wanted one of those. Looks like a good workout. Man, it is. That ladder climber, I picked it up for $15 at Goodwill. I'm quite sure if you probably search it, you could probably find one on OfferUp in your area. So let me get to Bob. With Bob, I'm really just trying to stay a little fluid, keep that jab, and keep those hands coming back. Show you a head kick. Let me see what I got. Let me see if I can warm up. But what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to stay moving, keep that jab come back here, not bring it here and then down and back up. Trying to be very, very mindful of that. Keeping the hands back up. So here we go. How about that? Did you catch it? I think Bob was a little off screen, but I think I got it in. Hey, thank you, Brian. As soon as the helicopter goes over, finish up. I was gonna say, well, where are you coming to us, Brian? Yeah, the thing is loud. Emmanuel is in California. Where are you at, Brian? Texas. Nice. Salute. Guys, I guess it's a shameless plug, but every morning at 5:15 Mountain Standard Time, I go live and we do 100 push-ups every morning. So we do 10 sets of 10. Sometimes I'll throw in jumping jacks, a plank, whatever. You guys are more than welcome to join. Subscriptions are free. And for the head kick, yeah, I'll definitely take a thumbs up or a subscription. That would be awesome. And we do have a tradition that we'll knock out 10 push-ups for every subscription. So I got 3 of you right now. If anybody wants to jump in, I'll knock out the push-ups. All right. I love that thing. $15. What an investment. What an investment. Brian, what kind of workout regimen are you on? Anything in particular? Let me get him straightened up. We got Emmanuel. Hey, thank you, brother. Thank you so much. And if you have anything on your channel, let me know. I will definitely check it out. Subscribe in return. That kick was pretty big. Let me get you guys straightened out. That kick shook all the way to the fence. All right, here we go. Maybe that's how we finish it. Hey, thank you, Emmanuel. Let me jump to this last set of crunches. Push kick, I think it's a super important piece, and it doesn't have to be high. That's the thing, is like, I would say, like in a street fight, you definitely don't want to definitely be doing high kicks. It's too easy to get caught. John, my brother, how are you today? How are you this evening? X-Roach. No, I don't compete. I trained years ago. I used to teach some classes, former senpai, and that was it. John, how was your day? Guys, John is one of our impact athletes and works extremely hard, but he manages to get his work done every morning. He's on a farm and he does the workouts. It's incredible. X-Roach, how about you? Are you competing? Emmanuel, anybody competing as well? And guys, we always will say we'll do our push-ups. Everything is free right now, as far as a style, discipline. So it's just everything I've picked up over the years. But what I taught and was taught was Kenjutsu, which is just a mix of things: judo, kempo, a little jujitsu, things like that. So push kicks are great, definitely high percentage. Yeah, and you know, if you can catch somebody like right in the adductor, abductor area or high thigh, really try to just hyperextend, and just end the fight. Like I'm not trying to hurt people. We just want them to stop bothering us. John is doing well, and to see how it was going. Maybe get a couple sets in for sure. John, if you're down for push-ups, I will do them as well, or whatever you got in mind. Emmanuel says, no competing, just trying to stay fit and ready. Exactly. That's exactly it. We're training for life. That's one of the slogans here at Impact, is training for life. X Roach, you plan to compete in the future? Nice. Stay on your grind, man. Stay on that hustle. You never know. Don't die wondering. You might be the next greatest thing. So you definitely want to make sure. I got this last set of crunches. And then I will see if John wants to do some push-ups. Emmanuel, X Roach, if you guys want to do some push-ups with us, that would be awesome. And Brian as well. Brian was in Texas. That was amazing. That was amazing. John is down. Push-ups don't hurt. That's right. What do we want? 10 sets of 10? What are we doing? What are we doing? I'm going to use my mat. Let's do it. Yeah, for sure. Whew. John said I got a burpee at the end of every 10. Oh. Let me see if I can get that burpee in. Let me see. All right. I'm ready when you guys are ready. I'm going. Let's go. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then here. Woo! All right, that's one. I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving this. Fantastic. One. Yep. One. X Roach, how you doing? X, you say when? Easy so far, yeah. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Yes. Yes. I'm gonna go grab another jug of water and we keep this thing going. Pardon me. Thank you. You want to join in? We'd love to have you, man. And subscriptions are free. We're going to be going live at 5:15 in the morning, too. Get another 100 in. But, guys, don't worry. You don't have to do the same amount. Do what you can do. That's the beauty of this. We're just supporting each other. Where are you coming to us from, young Terry? Good to have you. X, say when. X Roger's going with our flow? Okay, well then let's do it. 3, 2, 1. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then down and up, down, up. Oh, love it, love it, love it. Three. Nice. Good stuff. We got 10 folks in the chat, guys. This is worth some thumbs up. Subscriptions are free. Love to have you. All right, John. I got you. I say we'll keep it at about a minute. X, you still with us? Yep, come join us every day. All right, let's get this in. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. 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 Ha ha ha. 4, just like that. So I'm looking at my timer up here. We're gonna go about at the 47-minute mark. So I'm not sure if you guys can see the time as well, but that's what we'll start looking at. So we all know when we'll start getting ourselves ready. This is beautiful, beautiful work. 4 indeed. 4 indeed. We got about 30 seconds. 30 seconds rest. In the nose, out the mouth. Bring that heart rate back down. Focusing on what we gotta do. About 15 seconds. Let's get ourselves prepared. Start getting back to our positions. I'm going knuckles just because my wrists, but here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo. Woo. Oh, loving it. Loving it. 5, just like that. Halfway done. Halfway done. Halfway done. And we're looking at about 48:30, we'll call it. X Roach, let's go. Yes, we got this, man. We got this. This is getting me going. I had a great day at work. Come home, just I had to push it. It's time to start pushing. HWPO for sure, absolutely. Man, this is it. We got about 20 seconds. 20 seconds. This is that awakening. This might be one of those moments where it starts to change everything. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Here we go. Let's get ourselves ready. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 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 oh. 6 of them things. 6 of them things. Nice work. How you guys doing? We'll call it 49. We'll go 50. Starting to feel it now. Yeah. Heck yeah, you got this. And do what you can. Remember, we're all training side by side, not head to head. So do what you got. Right on, Impact Crew. That's right. That is right. X, this is not an uncommon phenomenon for people to find their tribe and fall right in. We've had hundreds of people from around the world check out this chat with John and I and some others, and they're just not getting there. Head to head doesn't sound too bad either. We got 10 seconds. 10 seconds. D&D, hey, what's up? Thank you so much for tuning in. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and up, and get that full burpee, and up. 7. Nice job. D&D, how are you doing? How are you doing? Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate your support. D&D has been a subscriber, supporter of the channel. Love that. X Roach is here. New to us. We got this. We got this. Life is good. Oh, I didn't have a time, so let's say 51:30. 51:30. X Roach freaking holding it down for real. X Roach, where do you live and when do you usually stream? I'm in the Southwest. John is in the Midwest. We've got people from all over the world. We got 10 seconds. We'll get back to that. But we normally stream 5:15 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and up. Burpee. Get the full burpee. 8. Southwest U.S. California, Texas, Arizona, New Mexico. Where are you at? We'll go RP, Serbia. What's going on? You're from South Asia, X Roach? Nice. Nice. Does 5:15 Mountain Standard Time work for you here in the U.S.? Welcome, RP. Bangladesh, nice. D&D in Oklahoma. We got people all over. Love comes from everywhere. It's 11 a.m. there, so in about 6 more hours, are you able to jump in? We're going to get ready to go in about 10 seconds. I know I've been jib-jabbing here for a minute. Here we go. We're going to go 53:10, so we got about 5 seconds. 2, 1. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and up, and up. 9. Look at that. That's okay. Join when you can. Did you hit the subscribe yet? D&D, it's 12:03. I know you and John are savages right now. You guys are up late. And then John's going to turn around and be up first thing in the morning on that farm. That is a testament. We're going to go at 55. 55. Roach, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. There's other videos, there's shorts. We do some food stuff. We got some good stuff. And more importantly, people like John and D&D, we've got some amazing people in the chat. So we got about 40 seconds left. The love needs a place to go. That's for real. X-Roach, all good. Thank you, man. Thank you. Have you been to the States? Have you been able to get this way? Because we're trying to push this worldwide movement. If I can travel, I'm going to start going places. Bangladesh, do push-ups there. 20 seconds. Get to John's farm, do push-ups there. Get in all these spots with these good people. We got 10 seconds to finish this last set. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and up, and up. How dope was that? Guys, that smoke session was brought to you by John. Getting the push-ups in and throwing the burpee in at the end. D&D says the In the Kitchen series makes me hungry. X-Roach, get that passport, man. I'm trying to get mine too. Burn, baby, burn, for real. That was a beautiful nightcap. Been to Australia, nice. What took you over there? The progress is real. Love to see it. Me too. Me too. Appreciate it. We appreciate you. Whoo! Man, this gets me going. John is freaking tore up. The amount of work that you do, not only just as an athlete, but as a farmer and a provider. Yeah, I could see why. Easily. Okay, you were young when you went. Okay, got it. Hey, you've been there, so might be time to take a trip back as an adult. Guys, our team goal is we want to get 10 likes. If you haven't hit the like, we'd love to see that happen. The reason being is that helps channels grow. Engagement of all sorts. Thumbs up, thumbs down, all that stuff helps. X-Roach, am I wrapping up, or you want to do something more? John is cutting up hard. Lean is the word. X, what do you got in mind? You got that energy. I can't. Yeah, I mean, this definitely woke me up. The workout I did right before, but definitely. Chino, what's up? You just got in? Okay. Well, we just finished 100 push-ups. I did some stuff on my ladder climber, and I was doing some stuff with Bob over here. But X is still wanting to get some stuff in. So Chino, first things first, welcome to the channel. Please hit subscribe. You're going to like what you see here. And we go live every morning and do push-ups, 5:15 Mountain Standard Time. So X Roach just joined the stream. So yeah, I'm fresh right now. That's okay. What do you got in mind? Are you talking about more push-ups? What do you got? Sub up, Chino. We are here for you, dog. That is John all the way. John is our man in Idaho. And one of the cornerstones. I got a pull-up bar. It's over in the dark, and it's a little lower than my liking. But hey, if we can knock some out, John, what say you? You got a pull-up bar? John's got a bar. Chino, do you got a bar? Do you got a pull-up bar? Yeah, we love you for it, John. Absolutely. What's up, Lemon Lime? Lemon Lime, how are you today? Right here in the shop. I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. Lemon Lime, we've been hitting it hard. Beautiful workout. We just got finished with 100 push-ups. I had some work in before that, and X Roach in Southeast Asia is wanting to do some pull-ups now. So this is what we're on right now. What do you got going on? I got sweat in my eyes like you wouldn't believe. Let me lean back and not waterboard myself, but I got to get some of this out. Whew. Oh. Ah. Oh. Whew. D&D, I've got to borrow. Do some pull-ups. Nice. Okay. What do we got? Lemon Lime, are you in for some pull-ups? Okay, X Roach is ready. How many are we doing? How many? What's the count? I think I'm good for like maybe sets of 10, but that might be a stretch at this point. John says, hell yeah, I'm freaking about to sound off. Nice. We'll do how many you want to do. Let's go. All right, let me see what I got here. Woo! We're getting it done today. No doubt, we are getting this done today. Let me see if I can find a spot to put this phone. It's going to be super dark until I get this flashlight. I had a flashlight. There we go. Never fear. And boom, it's got one of these. So I think I can hang it right here. There we go. It's kind of dramatic lighting. All right. Let's see what we got. You guys ready? All right. That was good. Here we go. That was good. Let me grab my water. It's 8. It's 8 o'clock in the morning in Iraq right now. Hey, salute. Good morning, Iraq. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but to John's point, really good to see you. Glad that you're here. And you are welcome to subscribe to the channel, because around, I don't know, 12 o'clock your time, we'll be going live again and doing 100 push-ups. So you're welcome to join. You are absolutely welcome to join. Good morning. Hey, good work. Thank you. D&D says, love to Iraq. John says, join us. Yeah, by all means, join us. What is your name? What is your name? X says, let's get it. All right. 3, 2, 1. Oh, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10. Yay! All right, you're very welcome. Hey guys, we're trying to get to 10 likes. If you haven't hit the like yet, please hit that. Please hit that. You're welcome to join the channel as well. Subscriptions are free. Set 2. I'm probably good for 4. I'm probably good for 4. I don't know if I'm going to be able to knock out 100 pull-ups. That would be a feat for me at this stage. Those are what we call goals. But I need to get to that point. D&D says, let's go. X-Roach says, let's go for 5 sets. John says, Impact is the place for motivation. We'll go till we drop to inspire you. Yes. All right. I'm trying to avoid going chin up. I'm trying to stay on that, but I may go chin up this set. 3rd set, yep. All right, here we go. Got stuff in my eye. All right, it's still gonna be there after the set, so let's go. Oh. 2. Oh. Oh. 6. 7. I'm gonna switch grip. 7, 8. That got me. That got me. Even with the inverted, that got me. Yee. Love it though. Love it though. This is the push people need. Can you hit a lat spread? I don't have any lats right now. What is that like? I was just seeing somebody doing that. Yeah, I don't really have big lats right now. My arms are smoked too, John. D&D says set 3, let's go. All right, going now. Have a great day. Thanks for joining us from Iraq. And feel free to subscribe to the channel. We'd like to have you. X-Roach says we can rest, no problem, but we gotta get to set 5. Whew. Oh, lats are done, yes. All right. D&D says mine are smoked as well, John. John says you call it, X. Let's get it. You heard the man. Gotta stop. Here we go. 5, 6. I'll get through them. Just not gonna hang the whole time. 7, 8. These are short. Whew. I'm feeling it in every part of my lat, that really wide part. 2 more. Oh, 1 more. Oh, that was nasty. That was nasty. But we're here. We're still getting it. How are you guys doing? I took a lot of assisted reps there. 44, nice. That's 4, okay. Toast. Yeah. This point is beyond toast. It's just ash. X Roach says it is what it is, man. That's how I'm doing. Yep. D&D says I'm fried right now, but can't stop. No. Nope. And this is one of those, you touch it, you buy it. Not even you break it, you buy it. So the touching was, we touched on 5, doing 5 sets. So it's what it's got to be. That's what it's got to be. Incredible session. Incredible session. Let's get that 10th thumbs up. Let's get that 10th thumbs up. We've done a bunch. We've done pull-ups. We're doing pull-ups. We're on the 5th set, 5th and final. We just did 10 sets of 10 push-ups, 100. John says, X, I'm digging your style. Let's crush the last set. Yep. Hold the last 5 count. X Roach says, yep. All right. This is it. This is it. Let's go. Best set. Yep. Let's go then. All right. Six. Don't touch. Don't touch. Don't touch. 7. Don't touch. Don't touch. Don't touch. 8. Don't touch. Don't touch. Don't touch. 9. Don't touch. Don't touch. Don't touch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Those last 2 were nasty. No doubt about it. But hey, we got to 10. 2 claps. We got to those 10 likes. Thank you guys so much. We got to those 10 likes. We've knocked out a ton, guys. Let's go. Good work, D&T. Let's go. Whew. This was a smoke show. Good work. 5. Man. Anthony, hey yo, any advice for a 21-year-old male who is lost and scared to take risks? Join this channel. And I don't say that just to pump up the views or the likes or anything. We got people to talk to. We got people to talk to. John is a fantastic source of knowledge, wisdom, empathy, caring. And the one thing I would say, even if you don't join the channel, is go for it. Don't die wondering. Get yourself going. Because, yeah, John's saying we've all been there. So sometimes it's easier to talk to people who've already been there and done it. And sometimes people you don't know. Sometimes it's harder to go to your family, your friends, because we're sometimes concerned with what they think or what they're going to think. So you're here for a reason. I will put it that way. You are absolutely here for a reason. You jumped into this chat for a reason, and we are on live for a reason. Yeah, and on some level we're all going through it at times. So, what risks are you looking at taking? What is it that scares you about the risk? Facts. It happens at all stages and ages. We all have trepidations at times about, is this going to work, or is this going to be for me? So do you have any specific risks? Is it school? Is it a job? Is it joining the military? Is it what do you got? Anthony says, when it feels scariest to jump, that's exactly when you jump. I've been there and currently am there. It's okay to be scared. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. It is okay to be scared. It's a human reaction to things. Fear is part of it. Doesn't make you weak or soft. It makes you human. And when you're human, we fail, we succeed, we laugh, we cry, we're brave, we're scared. We go through both sides of that. We're supposed to. Can't just be one thing all the time. I wouldn't want to be that all the time. I wouldn't want to always be brave or always be stoic or always be one thing. I wouldn't want to be that. We don't get well-rounded that way, and we don't learn about ourselves that way. But you do have a group here, man. So hopefully it's a channel you'll subscribe to. We go live and do 100 push-ups every morning at 5:15 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So it's just one of those things. I mean, do you have something like a workout regimen that you do that helps kind of get these feelings out, or things that you can do? Go for a run or a bike ride. Good training. Greetings from Germany. Bishop, thank you so much. We have another good friend in Berlin. So I'm not sure what time it is, but Guten Tag. Good to see you, Bishop. Yeah, what part of Germany are you in? X-Roach. Hey, man. Y'all got juice for a dead hang? I think that last set was a dead hang for me. What are you trying to do? The 100-second hang or something? This is where I should get my inversion table out. D&D says, hey, Bishop. Yes. Anthony, hopefully you're still in the chat. Because we'd definitely like to be able to speak with you. X-Roach says, not necessarily 100-second, but as long as we can. Woohoo! I'll see what I got. I'll see what I got. Only thing, like my cage here, not really a fan of the hanging, only because it doesn't allow me to extend all the way out. I can't be fully elongated, so it doesn't give me the same. I mean, it does help the back, but it's not the same stretch benefits. But I'm down. Like John said, we're down. Oh. D&D, we love you, Anthony. There is no judgment here. We will do what we can to help you. Yeah, absolutely. X Roach says, I feel you. Yeah, do you have the same kind of low bar? X Roach, I don't know how old you are, but do you have any advice for Anthony as well? But I'll need 25 squats right quick after the drop. Woo! Oh, this is what's that scene in Tombstone? You called down the thunder. Well, now you got it. We are here for it. X Roach says my home setup isn't the most convenient either. The bar is quite low. Well, this is what we got. This is what we got. We make do with what we got. John says I'm alive, and so am I. So we're gonna do this. I don't know where I can set this. Can I set this right here, or maybe set it here? All right. I don't think I need this at this point. X-Road says, I'm only 19, but I can say this. If the risks ahead of you don't require you to do something God deems immoral, you should take the risks. I like that. I like that. And it goes along, I do say something similar, like, hey, pursue what makes you happy in life so long as it's not to the detriment of others. Like, I don't want to see people going out pursuing happiness just because it means that they can, you know, hurt other people. That's not how that's supposed to work. Okay. All right. Are we ready? I don't know if I'll be able to see. I kind of want to be able to see my timer, so I'm going to wait till the top of the minute. I'm going to wait about 20 seconds. D&D says, yeah, I'm only 12, but risk can be worth taking. I'm going to go in about 10 seconds. Yep. 5. This does feel good on the back. All right, what did I get? Whew. What's up, Sanjit Kumar? How are you? You perished at 50 seconds, not bad. I think I hit a minute. I think I got the minute, but my hands are absolutely embossed right now. D&D says I'm done. All right, now we can't be fully done yet. Because somebody said 25 squats. Who came up with this? Who's responsible for this? Weighted squats are free. I'm going free. I like the forearm pump though, so not yet. John says, and go. Okay, here we go. 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoo! D&D, yeah, I definitely like the pump that gives, and you get a better grip or better pump when you take like a towel and wrap it around your bar. Makes you grip something thicker, and it definitely helps with that. Oh man, I think it depends for what, like maybe not like a full home gym, but what I do like, thank you Calo Ninja, what I do like is being able to go out and do like my sprint days. So I still got my speed ladders, I still get my cleats on, I do some cone drills. So there I definitely like it in the home gym sense. But there are times where I do like to be like in the gym. The one I go to has a giant stretching table, so I like it for that. But there's nothing that I can't do at a gym that I can't do someplace else. So we just did the equivalent of lat pull downs. Like lat pull downs were created so people who couldn't do pull-ups can exercise and build themselves up as well. And that's no shade. It's just there were people doing pull-ups or having to pull themselves up prior to these machines being manufactured. So it's all good, but that's why like D&D says, X, the world is a gym. That is like our main slogan here. We've got HWPO, hard work pays off. The world is a gym, training for life, situational awareness. So many slogans. X says we all got to start somewhere. I couldn't always do pull-ups either. Exactly, and that's why these machines are built, so a lot of people can build themselves up to do that. And matter of fact, the best gains that I ever had with pull-ups was because I was doing above my body weight just the lat pull downs. And so you had the ability. Calo Ninja, I've probably been at this, I mean, most of my life. I would say over 75% of my life I've been at this. So I'm just grateful to still be functional, being able to do stuff and meet up with good people like yourself, John, X, D&D. There's so many people that join this channel. So you're welcome to join the channel as well. X just joined. Thank you so much. And we go 5:15 a.m. Mountain Standard Time in the U.S. Every morning we do 100 push-ups. We do 10 sets of 10. Sometimes we'll throw in some other things. We'll do some chatting and stuff like that. So it's a good place to connect. So feel encouraged. This is your invitation to definitely join the channel. Definitely thumbs up help too as well. X says I started training when I was 14, but I kind of quit at the start of COVID and continued again by the end of COVID. Nice. John says Impact is the place to be. Thanks to people like John. Yes, come join us. We would love to bring new people into the fold. You'll see a lot of support going on. I hope we didn't lose that young gentleman earlier who was asking about some life issues, because we will talk about those as well. And we had somebody pop in from Germany as well. Yeah, the community is great. You guys make it great. I'm grateful to have a platform with so many amazing people that have come, and it's like a community platform. It's the association. So, yeah, John says, Anthony, are you still with us? Anthony, we'd definitely like to hear from you, and maybe it's just, it's just enough for you to be able to kind of just kick back and listen and just watch, and hopefully that'll motivate you to join, because one of the big things that we talk about here is consistency and discipline. And I think once you start getting that implemented into your life, it will kind of take some of those fears out of doing things, of like taking a risk, because you'll already know that you have the tools to do it on a regular basis. And that's really where people get better at things, is by doing things on a regular basis. Guys, I don't know about you, but I am up a whole suit size after all this blood pumping in different directions and everything. Look at this. This is crazy. I don't walk around like this. This is nuts. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful for you guys being able to, again, it's share and share alike. I'm motivated as well. And in this moment, definitely motivation is the word that we kept inspiring each other. We kept, supporting each other through it. So the consistency and discipline will come tomorrow morning when it's time to get up early and do it again. X Roach says, you ever consider competing in BJJ because it's less dangerous than other combat sports? No, I'm done with all things combat related or full contact. I played football, played rugby, and I'm just out here just to enjoy being functional still, and not having been beat up or have blown out knees and things like that. But I do have some friends that are in BJJ. One of them just got a brown belt, and he's opening a school. So I did tell him I would come and check it out and support it for sure. Football and rugby are tough, yeah. Full contact. Callow, when I joined the live stream, I was not expecting to find someone so genuine like you. Thank you so much. Definitely gained a sub. We appreciate you. John says kids change everything. They absolutely do. Callow, my apologies. Did you share with us where you're coming to us from? We always like to know where our new subscribers, new members are coming to us from. And do you have like a workout regimen? John, that is absolutely true. And I always say for the better. It always sounds cliche, but yeah, definitely having kids changed the trajectory of where I was headed in life. And that was for the better. You're from Brazil and you're a boxer. Nice. I wish you would have been here earlier. I was boxing with John, not John, but with Bob, and I could always use help when it comes to my jab, when it comes to just like the footwork, the head movement. Am I saying it wrong? Is my eyesight that bad? Kyle? I've been saying Callow. My apologies on the name. My apologies. Yeah, I think that it's a good thing to learn. I think that everybody should learn like martial engagement, combat, whatever you want to call it. It's definitely one of those things. People should definitely be able to defend themselves. What is Cal Baralo? He's a mixed martial artist. He's a great mixed martial artist. Got it. Nice. How long have you been boxing? About 2 years. Nice. I'm sure your fitness and stamina have gone through the roof. I'm just having to train for boxing. Are you doing it competitively or just for exercise? What's the goal? Do I have any other martial arts experience? No, just the little bit that I did. Well, you'll meet Effa, and she's 12. We've got some good young athletes on here from all over. We've got Joy. She's in Namibia in Africa. We've got Bella. She's in LA. Jacob. I know I'm missing a couple people. Oh, what's the names? John, help me out. Um, it's on the tip of my tongue, but we've got quite a few young athletes that jump into the chat. Kurt is another one. Yeah, we got Bella. I haven't seen her for a while, but she's always still part of the loop. It does. The list does grow, yes. D&D, right? Yeah. D&D, I didn't know how old you were at first, so I just learned that today. I just learned that today. I didn't realize you were that young because you speak so I don't know, grown and very open. So that's awesome. Do I pretend teaching my kids martial arts? I've taught them martial arts, yeah, and it's not just like martial arts. It's more. It's more self-defense. So it's not kata sort of, stuff. It is rake the face, punch the throat, chop the windpipe, eyes, ears, nose, and throat. It's the same thing with your doctor. If you can strike those areas, and groin as well, what we're talking about is, again, it goes back to training for life. So I just want people to be able to be safe and be able to get home at night, because there's a lot of crazy people out there. You are very welcome, D&D. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Ninja. I'm just going to say Ninja until I know how to pronounce your name. I don't want to keep butchering it. But yeah, that's it. I mean, we'll still, I'll show them like nunchucks and stuff like that, because I think that that's good hand-eye coordination. I think it's good, shoulders, kind of loosens things up. But I'm going to teach them how to break fall in grass, come up with a handful of it and throw it in somebody's eye so they can escape. Just like ninjas do. That's what ninjas, worked off of, was being able to be stealthy. And that's what I want, is just for people to be able to escape certain circumstances. And a lot of the women that I worked with was Kaio. All right. If it's Kaio, then we'll go with it. D&D says, I would love to be here in the mornings, but my sleep schedule isn't the best. That is okay. That is okay. Yeah, we want to fight like ninjas. That's what it's about, is being able to do things where if somebody pushes you and you break fall, boom, whatever's here. So let me go this way. If I land in gravel, I want to grab a handful of it, come up, throw it, get up, put it in their eyes. But we're also fighting with honor. That's to escape, not to then dismantle somebody. The most at that point, if you can blind somebody or take their wind or something like that, stomp that ankle extremely hard. Stomp that foot so they can't chase you. Even somebody with a sprained ankle, they would have to be really on something in order to chase after a person with two good legs. So that's kind of my advice. Tricks like that can save your life in a street fight. Exactly. That's all that we're talking about. I took Kaio. Nice. I took people out into the street and showed them how to shoulder roll on asphalt, because life does not happen on these blue mats. That's not life. That's practice for something that might happen. But you got to get past that feeling of being stunned when you hit concrete and you haven't felt that before. You got to be able to sometimes punch like actual bone and skin and flesh, because you don't want to be in shock when something's happening. You can be trained all you want, but if your brain isn't accustomed or at least willing to accept that this is something that could happen, blood may be introduced, then a lot of your training is going to go out the window. So that's what we're doing. We're conditioning the mind, body, and soul. Your soul is going to have to be okay with that because it's not something that you are looking for. D&D, sleep is king. Impossible to recover without good sleep. Also, if you got growth years left, sleep and it helps you. Absolutely. It helps you grow taller. It might be, yes, absolutely it does. X Roach speaks truth. Nathaniel J Burns is in the chat. How are you, sir? We are having an amazing conversation. John says sleep is good. And here's the other thing is you get older, naps are key. Sleep is great, but I don't always get the full amount of sleep, so I nap. And when I say nap, I don't nap for like hours. What I'm talking about is recharging. So a nap for me, 45 minutes tops. I'm not trying to sleep, because if you sleep too long, after like an hour, then your body expects to sleep longer, and that's when people sometimes wake up groggy, because you took like, it wasn't a long nap, it was a short sleep. So sometimes you just got to do just enough to, like, recharge, and I feel a lot fresher for that. I feel a lot fresher than that. D&D says I'm already like 5'4". Nice. Keep doing those dead hangs. I've heard that it's good spinal health, kind of, elongates, you get good spinal health, good, all that good stuff. Kyle, Nathaniel J Burns often goes in the live chats in the mornings, so you can see him as well. Normally I'll do the push-ups in the morning. He's doing push-ups and squats. So we're just having this really good mix of people. Nathaniel, you missed out on a fantastic workout, but never fear. There's always workouts the next day, tomorrow, the day after. We're not going anywhere, so it's all good. X Roach says also protein is important for height as well. There's a legend with Impact, and we have a friend named Stark in Germany. If you say protein enough times, he will enter into the chat, because that man is all about his protein. The next live stream, Kyle, is 5:15 our time. So I'm not even sure. Let me see what time I have right now. 10:49. So probably like in about 6 hours. About six hours. Protein. Yes, it's John. John knows. Stark is a man about his protein. So I don't know if you can make it, but if you can, that would be dope. We are getting closer. Yes. It's 2:52 a.m. for you. You guys need rest. John says the tuna. Yes. It's going down, man. It's going down. The tuna and orange juice smoothie. Whew. Oh, that sounds wild. If I hadn't Googled it myself after you told me about it, I would have thought you were just, as they say across the pond, I thought you're just taking the piss. Do I stream daily at this time? I can. I can start doing evening stuff as well. I hadn't been, and a lot of times that's going to depend on my work schedule. With my work schedule, I can't leave until the last person leaves, so a lot of times that's going to vary. But I have no problem with jumping in. John says I'm getting you some subs that day. Yes, for sure. I love it. Yeah. I feel like that's like one of those things where you do like a telethon where we're doing push-ups for donations and drinking orange juice and tuna smoothies. X Roach, join whenever you can, man. You got exams coming up. Yo, what is going on? That's part of what we say here, hard work pays off, HWPO. So it's not just about push-ups and things like that. Jump in the chat, let us know how you're doing with the studies. If you got questions, things like that, people will help. We have that sort of supportive group here. Got Yo-Yo here from Sweden. How are you, Yo-Yo? What's going on? It's a way of life, absolutely. It is absolutely a way of life. Yo-Yo has exams approaching as well. You're cooked. What's going on? Are you not feeling prepared? What's going on with not feeling like you're cooked? You know, what are the exams in? What are the subjects? X-Roach, it's okay to be cooled sometimes. Cooked sometimes. Yeah. It's important to train your body, but also train your mind by studying. Exactly, Kyle. Mind, body, and soul. Absolutely. He says, I don't even know the syllabus. Stop with the emojis, because now you're making me laugh. Don't do that, because I'm not laughing at you. He's dead. We've all been there. We've all been there. I'm gonna tell you a story about my dad. My dad, he was a brilliant guy. My dad had a genius IQ, but he told me when he was young, I think third or fourth grade, he didn't do the lesson, and so he went to class the next day thinking he could just fake it. And the whole time the teacher was talking about a duck egg, and he's like, "What are we talking? Why are they talking about duck eggs?" Turned out the word was decade. But he had missed so much, he didn't even read to know the difference between duck egg and decade. So, I mean, cooked has been happening across time, man. So, it's not going to be a marker of who you are as a person. It just means that there's possibly a grade or two that didn't go your way. But sometimes life is the greatest educator, and it's going to teach you that you don't like that feeling. You don't like that feeling of being unprepared, or don't like seeing the marks that you don't like on your paper when you're done, and it'll motivate you to do better. Then you'll become consistent and disciplined with that. So there always is. There's a next time. D&D says, I mean, steak is really good and it's cooked, so you're good. It's always next time. Holy duck, great story, right? I mean, it happens. I can't tell you how many times I had to just sweat through a class just praying that teacher did not call on me. And, it's like roulette. Every time they have a question, bzz, that thing's spinning and you drop that ball in, bling, 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 bling. And inevitably, it's going to land on you. And the best thing that you can do in that moment is take accountability and just say, I don't know. Just trying to it's more disingenuous when you try to tell people a story that we all know isn't true and it's just wearing thin. Just say, I don't know. And they'll move on, and it's best for the class as well. X says, unfortunately, in some societies, parents condition you to believe that education is the only way to shine in life, when a lot of times some people can't even pay the bills fully after getting education. Yeah, John says just do better next time. X, yeah, you're not wrong, and I don't know all societies across the world, but I do hear that there are some other cultures where they are that much more just driven, and it probably has a lot to do with poverty levels, how people live, things like that. So it makes sense, and I know that exists here in America, but I can't compare it, to like other cultures. I'm sure there's places where we push harder than others and others push harder than us, but you are absolutely right. You need to, so just do better, right? And X, you're not too far off, because the thing about it is there's people here that get college educations and do not flourish in their field even after graduating, and they end up with a lot of college debt. So it's a shame that education should have to cost that much in any society. Kyle says, "What's the subject of your exam, X? X Roach, what is this? Yeah, what are your subjects? And Yo-Yo, what are your subjects? What do you have that you got these exams for?" He said he doesn't know the syllabus. He's cooked. Doing some stretching here while we are chatting. And does anybody else in the chat have anything on this topic as far as Yo-Yo feeling cooked or not being ready or prepared? Anybody got a story on that? I would love to hear it, and I'm sure that everybody else would like to read it and just understand, like, this happens to everybody. It can happen to everybody. Yo-Yo says, "Sometimes I feel like my parents are only feeding me to succeed, and and you're born for that." Yeah, parents, we want better for our kids than what we did, and unfortunately sometimes that's not fair to the kids, because then a lot gets projected onto them. Kyle says, "Just be focused and study smarter, and you will succeed in your exam." Look, just go in, and if you can walk out and say you absolutely did your best. I don't know when your exams are, but if you give your 100% right now until the exam, at least you can walk out saying, "Okay, I can do better next time, but I gave my 100%. If you can at least do that, that's a good place to start. John says, "Okay, Impact, I have to drop out. Food and sleep. Good to see you all tonight." This was a fantastic session, John. I can't thank you enough. John really spearheaded the second half of the workout tonight as far as being able to get the push-ups going. He threw in the squats. X-Roach had us doing pull-ups as well. This was a fantastic session. John, have a great night. Hopefully we'll see you in the morning, but if not, be well, and our best to the family. Yo-Yo says, "Man, you don't know. There is so much pressure, plus my younger brother is shit. They expect me to take care of me too. You hate it." Then take that feeling and let it be that spark that has you studying and gets you out of that house, get you doing what you want to do. X-Roach says, "Well, I'm in the last year of high school." Hey, nice. So usually physics, chemistry, math, tech, Bangla, and math. What is Bangla? John says, "To all the Impact Fitness members within the sound of my voice, love and respect." Yes. X says, "See you, John." Beautiful. Yo-Yo, I empathize, and my daughter's mother, the mother of my daughters, she went through something very similar where she was pushed to do a lot, and she had to watch her younger siblings, and she felt the same way. So I can't say I completely get where you're coming from because I didn't go through it, but I've seen somebody who didn't enjoy it or appreciate it either. So just hang in there, man. Bangla is my mother's tongue. Okay, nice. Or Bengali. Okay, nice. Yo-Yo says, "I hate responsibility of someone else. I hate it." Well, at some point in life, you may have responsibility of someone else if you have children, things like that. And I get it. It's not fair in a lot of cases, but you've got a family, and that's a blessing in itself. Sometimes we don't appreciate it for what it is, and I'm not saying you're being ungrateful. You are very, very entitled to feel how you do about that. because you didn't have the kids, but it's still your family. So, but we're here to vent. I'm here to listen. I'm not here to tell you that you're not supposed to feel that way. I get it, man. So always feel free and know that you can speak your mind here. Are you saying all hell no to kids and stuff like that? X Roach says responsibility can feel great once you start to take care of it. No family needed, brother. That shit. Okay. Hey, people sometimes know from an early point what they do and don't want. That's cool. No problem. But in the meantime, sounds like your brother needs you. How old's your brother? And it sounds like your parents need something from you that you may not be aware of right now. Sometimes as children to, parents, we don't always see what our parents are doing, or we don't know what they're going through. And it doesn't click for us until later. Yeah, D&D says people always have things that they hide. And there was a lot of things that, I pointed a finger at my parents and, things like that. And then you get older and you realize, that may have been what they were going through. So just give them a little grace. Give them the best that you can, man. Yo-Yo says, I love friends and family too, but family is just too sticky. I hate it. There's no freedom and always responsibility of others on your head. X Roach, how old are you, brother? X Roach wants to know how old you are, Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo says, I got to cook for him and take care of my grandma. That's a lot. You are being asked a lot as a 20-year-old. That is being asked a lot. But it sounds like you're able to handle it. Again, is it the fairest thing? Probably not. But in the grand scheme of life, you are given so much that you're able to do. Yeah, you do it every day. So I'm sure it takes away from a lot of the things you'd be able to do with your friends or date or study or things like that. So it can be frustrating. And yeah, cooking, to X's point, cooking for other people can be a chore. That is a lot, yeah. Kyle says it's interesting to sometimes hit the heavy bag bare knuckle because it can help with punching in street fights, as you won't have gloves on. Yeah, absolutely. Get used to that feeling. Get used to that feeling. For sure. Well, Yo-Yo, thing about it is time will go on, and at some point you'll be in a different place where you won't be asked to do that, or you won't have to do that, and this will just give you some growth. This will give you some things to look at your life and look back on it and say, boy, I'm really appreciative that I went through that, because now it has geared me up to be able to accept other things that might be hard in life. There's always going to be something in life that we don't like, and this can be an early lesson, but sounds like still with family, it's good to have that sort of love. X Roach says, in my religion, we believe that God doesn't burden a soul with more than what it can handle. So we believe in you, Yo-Yo, and think your family believes in you too, which is why they gave the duties. Yeah, I think that there's a lot to that. I'm going to jump in to the house and plug my phone in because my phone is super low on charge right now. So what we want to do is kind of keep this going because I think it's an important chat to have. We're not just talking, we're talking life. So let me get this going. Excuse me. Boom. There we go. And all right. Yo-Yo says, no, bro, that's just talk. Life is actually about great moments you enjoy at different ages. D&D says, Philippines 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So we've got differing beliefs, opinions, experiences, and that's why we talk. That's why we have conversations, is so we can learn from others, and some things we'll learn from and be able to say, oh, that's something that I can use. But we should always appreciate others' compassion and empathy to try to help us in our times, because struggle can happen for everybody. And yeah, life is definitely about great moments, but life is just about all moments. So sometimes just being in the now, whether that's a good or bad, sometimes it's just about being in the now and just appreciate being here. Appreciate that your brother's here, that your grandmother's here, because there's a lot of people that we wish that we had in our lives, and that can be tough sometimes. So, yeah, yeah, definitely. I know, I was me and my dad, we didn't always get along, but then we did after, he moved and things like that, and we were tight until he died. But yeah, still love to have my dad around. D&D says it doesn't matter what you believe in, the color of your skin, let alone how you look. We all live on the third rock from the sun. So stop the hate. If you see it, no one deserves it. X-Roach says, Kaio says, I like that you talk really respectfully and really goes deep in the subject. That's what we're here for. Impact is just it's more than the push-ups. It's mind, body, and soul. So we're trying to better ourselves in all areas of life. If we can just do a bunch of push-ups or a bunch of squats and walk around hollow inside, that doesn't get us far. And so I would prefer that we fill ourselves and build ourselves up from the inside. And that will reflect in the outside as well. It'll reflect in the posture in which we walk, the smile that we have for other people, just the gleam in our eye, the relief in our posture that we're not like hunched over and just feeling tightened up. So when you can move with ease because you are free inside, that's a beautiful place to be. Absolutely. D&D says hard work pays off isn't just the physical state, it's also the mental. Yes, mind, body, and soul in all aspects. So, uh, always. Yo-Yo says, and the cherry on top, my dad never stayed with me till I was 14 years old. Now he only talks to me when he comes back to the house once in a month. Family is a big pain in the backside. Sorry that you're going through that, man. But in the grand scheme of things, there's reason for a lot of things that happen that we go through. I'm not sure why I glitched just now, but stay strong, Yo-Yo. Don't focus on what you hate about these things. Focus on what you appreciate about it. Focus on what you appreciate about your brother, what you appreciate about your grandmother. Focus on what you appreciate about learning to cook and being able to have what we always talk about, the consistency and discipline. Sometimes it's just, refocusing the things. It doesn't mean you have to love it, but you can grow through just a level of appreciation for it. X Roach says, "Welp," and hopefully, um, with I'm not saying like anybody's trying to replace who your father is, but there are men here in this group, and you seemingly have some guys your own age in this group that are willing to help and willing to hear you and talk and things like that. I don't know if any of you guys have social media on any other platforms. We There is impact on Instagram and Facebook. So if you guys are willing or wanting to connect with each other on those platforms as well, do that. I highly support that. Because a lot of, especially because you guys are younger, you're going to be able to talk a talk that maybe I don't, or can't, and that's okay. That's okay. My goal here is legacy years, to pass on good things and pass on lessons. Kyle says, guys, let's reach 30 likes in the live stream. Yeah. X Roach says, I can't see why you got no time to study, yo yo. I can see why you got no time. Yeah. X Roach, the page on Facebook is the same. If you look up Impact Athletics Association, you'll see it. And if you go to the description in this video, where you like go down, you'll see the Instagram link, you'll see the Facebook link. There's an email, because I always support people, and suggest people send me pictures of your workout area. You don't have to be in the picture, but just show me a picture of what your home gym looks like or things like that. Something I can share on this channel. D&D says, Yo-Yo, you should find an outlet like art or even working out or whatever is the focus on it and master it. Yo-Yo says, I think dad should stay with their child, especially in their younger years. That's super important for emotional connection. You're absolutely right. Otherwise, you're just a stranger to them like others. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. And I don't know what it is that compelled your father not to be there for you, and I don't like that that's what you have, as your role model. But I also can't judge that man because I don't know what his full walk of life is. So all I can do is reach out to his son, which is you, and just say, we're here if you need us. We are here if you need us. Every day we can have a chat. Every day we can work out. Every day we can, talk about whatever. And it doesn't even have to be about this. Just sometimes just talking is good enough. So don't expect anything in that case. Well, just keep learning. There's a lesson in everything. Just keep learning from the circumstance, what you do and don't like about things, or just picking up bits of information and how that's going to shape you. Yeah, it's not good when a father isn't there for his children, or any parent, male or female. It's not good. Yo yo, thank you, brother. These words mean a lot. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'm just here. That's all I can say. I'm not gonna. I don't have like a big speech for that. I'm just here. So if you need to chat, if you need to reach out, guys, that applies to you, X Roach. That applies to you, Kyle, D&D. Like, yeah, if you need it, if you need to reach out, by all means, you can. And I'm on different platforms. I even have the email and stuff like that. So, um, yeah, because we're all going through it, and that's no different than John as well, and who's older. There's people of all levels, and we should all be able to talk to each other for sure. X says, speaking with you allows me to be grateful for having a great father and great parents. Yeah, and Yo-Yo, maybe that's exactly what maybe that's the upside to this is you speaking to it allows other people to be grateful for what they do have. And sometimes that's a hard position to be in, because it seems like, I don't want to put that out there, that's embarrassing, things like that. But there's people that may be taking their situation for granted, and yours can be a wake-up call that maybe they can start to repair their relationships. D&D says, can I tell you something? I don't tell many. I trust y'all. Absolutely. If you would like, it's a public chat. I will say that. So just as long as you know that, D&D. Yo-Yo says, my grandfather died when my father was born, so I don't blame him. He got much worse situation than you. John says, "How's that old song go? It's too late when we die to admit we don't see eye to eye. You only have one family." Ooh, that's deep. Yeah, Yo Yo says he got his own effed up. It says, "Shite." John is still in the stream. That's awesome. Um, yeah, and but like I'm saying, guys, for you younger guys, and even like John, like we're here. That's what this community is for. And John has a lot of amazing advice. He's given a lot of amazing advice. So um, there's a lot of wisdom and knowledge floating around, and just a lot of empathy. Still listening. Nice, nice. Yeah, there's just a lot. There's a lot of good energy floating around. So you got a place here for sure. Um, yeah, and D&D, you're definitely welcome to share what you got. And Yo-Yo, this is gonna be a challenge. It's definitely a challenge, but just keep in mind, like it's only strengthening you. Don't let it poison you. Don't let it get you to the point where you're more spiteful at life than anything else. Just understand, like this is giving you um, some lessons and things like that that a syllabus can't. So it's okay to be cooked at school. Don't be cooked at life. That would be, I guess, what I would have to say to that. Don't be cooked at life, because there's a lot of people who got their degrees, all that stuff, but they didn't grow. They didn't learn life lessons. They learned school lessons, and um, I'd rather see you learn life lessons. John, you are amazing. Thank you for still listening. But I love when the streams turn to this. I love when we have the ability to um, have real talks and things like that. The push-ups, the squats, that's great, but this is fantastic. Yo-Yo says, "I don't hate my parents. It's just I never felt emotional connection with them. That's it." And that's fair, man. It doesn't have to mean that you hate them, or hate doesn't have to be in the conversation. It can just be a feeling of disconnect. John says, "I got a PhD and I'm farming. Sometimes things change and it's all good experience." Yeah. D&D says, "I was abused from when I was born to when I was around 3. I was thrown down a set of stairs. My left side was paralyzed. However, my left side is back in movement. I just needed to tell someone." Well, thank you for sharing, and thank you for trusting us to tell us that. That means a lot. Yo, I only care for for my mother in this world. Okay. Make sure you care for you as well. Care for you first, and allow that some of this gives you some healing so that you might care for others, because we care for you. And it's not a mandate you have to care back, but it's a good feeling when you can care for other people. X says, "Nice, John. What do you have a PhD in?" Kaio says, "Of course, I always had great grades at school, but I never forget that school isn't everything and learning life lessons is just as important." Absolutely. Yo-Yo says, "D&D, stay strong. Good times are ahead." Yes, now, Yo-Yo, please repeat that same line into the mirror and say that to yourself. Repeat, "Stay strong. Good times are ahead." You got this. X Roach says, "Damn, D&D, did your parents do that?" John says, "I've been rolling with the tides each and every day." Yeah. D&D says, "My biological parents did. I have a better family now. That is a blessing." John says, "The only thing that's constant in my life is change." Yes. D&D says, "Stay strong as well, Yo-Yo." Absolutely. And sometimes the best advice we can take is the advice that we would give someone else. That's absolutely that was you do care about other people, man. Like it's apparent. I'm not telling you who you are, but that was a level of caring. That was a level of empathy. X says, hey man, not everyone deserves to be a parent. Absolutely. Yo, you can do much better now. John says, my PhD is in leadership, brother. There you go. Guys, there's a reason that you are here and this man is in the chat. There's a reason for all of this. Yo says, go ahead with positivity, brother. Absolutely. A positive mindset. Positive mindset, even in negative circumstances, or what we deem to be negative. Sometimes it's just a great lesson. D&D says, yeah, my biological dad died, left, but it is what it is. I hope it was for the better. I will never know, but a person can dream. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. A person can dream and and really go for those goals, really go for those things that we want in life. So a lot of times life isn't going to give us the answers that we want, but we can still do the best that we can with what life gives us. X says, when you're going to go to sleep. What time is it? It's like going on 11:30 here. So, John, did you eat? I'm guessing John's eating while he is checking us out, because I think he's listening more like a podcast. Because honestly, guys, the only reason like you would see my face is because I I'm still reading the chat. But other than that, I mean, what can I throw in here? Do 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 do. You know what I am gonna show you guys? Boom, this guy. And this is Gravity Core Fitness. He's got a great channel. He's given us a lot of love in his live streams as well. So definitely check him out because that's what we do. We want to send the support back as well. So let me go back to just nothing. Kyle says, "Oh man, I have to go to sleep." Yeah. John says, "Number 6 now." Yo, these talks are super important in life for everyone because not everyone's situation are the same, and you can learn and appreciate what you got. Absolutely. And what it shows us is, regardless of what part of the world you live in, your skin tone, your age, your socioeconomic bracket, there's a common ground. And we've all gone through something that we don't like. There's a lot of things we've gone through that we do like, but absolutely. You got this, man. You do got this. Absolutely. D&D says, if there's something I could tell you guys, all of you, is you have a dream, chase it. If you have a chance, take it. Risk can be worth it, but you won't know until you try. So I'm glad I have you. We're glad we have you as well. And yeah, I like to say, don't die wondering. Just chase it. You'll never know what would happen. Shoot that shot. X Roach says, super random question, but what fruits do y'all eat? Watermelon. I did a watermelon smoothie. Blueberries, strawberries. I will do bananas, mangoes, green apples. X says, damn, what's wrong with bananas? John says, always chase your dreams. Always. Yo says, I love mangoes and bananas. John says, you have one life. And X Roach says, mangoes are the best. I like a mix. Definitely like a mix. And like Aoife, my daughter always tells me, she'll come up with random facts. And one of the fruits that we use a lot that most people don't call a fruit is a tomato. And so we use that on salads and all sorts of good stuff. Really like strawberries, Kyle. Me too. I think that's probably been my favorite my lifetime, but I really like watermelon. Really like watermelon. John says, okay, 7 tacos and 3 cups of yogurt and peanut butter power bar. Woo! D&D, live how you want, not how they want. John says he's about to bust. Nice. I'm actually thinking of just fasting out the night and just being okay with that. I feel good, and maybe a quick shake or something. Yo says, I love dark chocolate peanut butter. D&D says, John, that's light work. Yo-Yo says, that's amazing. Which part's amazing, Yo-Yo? D&D says, I could eat that times two. Uh-oh. But can you drink a tuna and orange juice smoothie? That's I think that's the standard. John is the final boss when it comes to food challenges because it's going to come down to that. X Roach says, how much y'all weigh? Sound off. How much is everybody weighing? Yo, I used to have normal crunchy peanut butter, but I don't like it anymore. Fair enough. Fair enough. 80 kilograms. What is that? About 175 pounds? Kyo is 162. Is that about 125 pounds? D&D says, yes, I could have a very odd sense of taste. Yo-Yo says, I'm 65 kilograms. D&D is 104 pounds. Yo-Yo says, skinny. I am. John says, I got to lie down, so I got to cut it off now. Yeah, man, get out of here. You had a big old plate of food. You had an amazing workout. Thank you for spearheading that. And yeah, we'll be back at this sooner than we know. And rest is important. So my nap is going to be epic tomorrow because I'm into my overtime right now. So all you young guys, X, Yo-Yo, Kyle, anytime, John, anytime. D&D, do you guys all have Instagram? Do you all have Facebook? Do you all have something where you're able to connect with each other? Because I'm really enjoying how you guys are chatting. And what I really like is that you are being able to chat with people from around the world. Kyle, you're 6 foot tall. Nice. You've got that super long reach for boxing. You got that super long reach. Make that jab sting. Yo-Yo says, no, I only have WhatsApp and YouTube. Don't have time for Insta and Snap. Yeah, only YouTube. Sadly, my parents won't let me get all that. Okay. John says, I want to see you all tomorrow, brothers. Yes. X says, I only have Facebook and Discord. Okay, so I don't know. It sounds like YouTube is the common thread. So you guys might have to just put like a small video out or something so you guys can comment on each other's stuff and start your own chat. Just like post one picture and then you guys can chat back and forth or something. That would be cool to see. Kyle says, of course, I really like jabbing and gaining points while sparring. Nice. Yo-Yo says, I love YouTube. I do too. I have Facebook. I have Instagram. I got rid of my TikTok because I find like this is like my lane. I don't want to have to make like a bunch of snazzy shorts and stuff like that in order to connect with people. That's not how you connect with people. Sitting and being able to talk with people is how you connect. So I guess it's not for me, but that's okay too. X Roach is 5'8". So how are you guys gonna be able to connect? Or yeah, that's a tough one. Talk to your folks first. Maybe get their permission to just like post a picture. Yo-Yo says I'm 5'7". I know I'm short. That is okay. Man does not need height to be looked up to. Many short men, Dr. King, Gandhi, there have been many leaders who have done amazing things in life. And they don't even have to be famous. Just a lot of men in life have done things that were not, 6 foot and over. Kyle says, do you mostly fight as the taller or shorter fighter in the fight? I guess it would depend on who I was fighting. But I don't fight. So it's kind of one of those things. Like my goal is to get out of a fight. I'm going to talk my way out of it. Definitely. D&D says short kings for life. Yo-Yo says, Vince, I saw your vid in the gym. You seem tall What height are you? No, I'm 5'10". I'm 5'10". I don't know. Maybe it was the angle. Maybe I look taller. But height is certainly appreciable. Yeah, X. Uh, thank you. Thank you, Yo Yo. Yeah, I mean, we're all born with a certain set of tools. That's it. Do what you can with it. I've out jumped taller people. I've blocked a lot of shots. I've caught balls over people that were taller than me. All of that stuff. D&D says, Kyo, Yo Yo, and X. I subbed. If we could connect, that would be amazing. Guys, yeah, sub to each other. Sub to each other and figure out a way, and do it through this live if you need to. Figure out who's going to post something, and then you guys can jump on and make comments and chat there. I would love for that. I'd love to see like you young guys get that together. And of course, I'm still there. I'm still here, but I'd love for you guys to be able to connect, make ties from around the world. D&D, you still got years to grow, man. Not sure you'll remain a short king for long. Yeah. Kyle says, of course. D&D says, fair X, that's true. Yeah. And, even if you are a short king, own that. Be the biggest person in the room. And I don't mean like the loudest or the most obnoxious, but build yourself up and have a presence. And guys, get comfortable with yourselves. Be so comfortable with who you are that people can't say anything and make you feel differently about yourself. Be so comfortable that sometimes it makes other people uncomfortable. They're like, man, why is he like that? Like, and they question because they're not questioning you, they're questioning themselves. They want to be as comfortable as you are. X says, how does making a Discord server sound like? What is a Discord server? You guys are going to have to help me out with that one. D&D says, I would, but I don't think I can. Well, I know there's a way. I know there's a way for you guys to be able to connect. And I know some of you are a little bit older, some of you a little bit younger, but these are like what brothers do for each other. Like find that common ground, just enjoy what you guys are doing, share your stories, from being cooked with not knowing the syllabus to the deeper stuff. Like when you can find good people you can talk to, that's awesome. Kyle says Discord is a messaging platform and you can make servers that are basically groups to chat in. Okay. D&D says, yeah, Kyle, you beat me to it. Xroach says Discord, a platform usually used by gamers, but anyone can use it to create communities, similar to a big group chat. Okay. Okay. That's awesome. That is awesome. I like that. Do you guys game? I do not. I do not. We had Jacob. He's like 11 or 12. He was on chatting with another guy doing Roblox. They were talking about checking out Roblox together. X Roach says, I'm sure your daughter knows about Discord and could probably help you open one. Probably. My daughter plays Roblox, but she's not like gamer. Yo-Yo says, I don't game, but I played COD Mobile once, and it was amazing. Here's a fun fact, guys. I was in a video game, a football video game. I'm going to see if I might have a picture. Sorry, I can't see the screen right now, but I am trying to find and see if there is a picture that I might have. And if you're like me, I got a bunch of pictures in my phone. So I'm just scrolling through a bunch of stuff. So keep chatting amongst yourselves, and I'll see if I can find it. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, so we shot this. That was probably some of the hardest stuff I've ever done. Um, we were filming 12-hour days, and uh, it was filmed at night. And the lights that you see in the stadium behind me, that's what the lighting was like while we were playing. And the thanks guys. And I don't know the name of the game. It was um it was on Verizon. It was for Verizon, and it was before it debuted before the Super Bowl, the last Super Bowl that was in Houston. So that's probably been about 6, 7 years. So I don't know, but if you ever come across it, I played offense and defense. They had us on both sides doing stuff, and this was offense in red and defense was in black. But we filmed overnight, and the lighting was very low because they're trying to make it look dramatic. They had like fog machines going and all sorts of stuff. And then we had to run each play a whole bunch of times because it was a POV. So if you were the quarterback, you would see like, oh yeah, they did pay well. You would see the rush coming at you. Then you would see like when you threw it. Um, and so I was on defense, and I'm the player who gets a pick six. So I intercept the ball and I run it back for a touchdown. Um, so I might have a picture in black, but I don't think that was on. It was on the field like that. But it was cool. It was super cool to be able to do that. It's just deep in my phone. That's the crazy part, but that's all right. Where's it at? I know it's coming. Sorry, stick with me. Stick with me. I'm gonna have to start separating my pictures like from work and everything else. I did some stuff for baseball too. So there we go. Oh, that's kind of a big picture, but that's me. Yeah, it was cool. It was definitely cool. I've been able to do some other stuff. I did some stuff for Major League Baseball. Um, and did some commercials like for JG Wentworth as a baseball player. I was on a TV show, just in the back, not like speaking, but as a baseball player. So I don't know. Baseball seems to be kind of, I guess, the sport where I look like I could play it. Uh, I appreciate that, Yo Yo. And D&D, yeah, 35 is a good number. Kyle, no, I was actually in it. I was actually in it. So, yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I've been fortunate to do some cool stuff. Um, wow. I think I can scroll back now. Boom. Soccer is growing. It hadn't like when I was a kid. There was soccer, but it wasn't. It probably never will be what it is to the rest of the world because we have American football, because we have basketball, because we have baseball. So it's not probably that. And cricket is extremely like it's small groups. It's not a big thing here in the U.S. Even rugby is just starting to kind of pick up stuff. So we don't tend to take to like world sports the same way that other countries do. Yo-Yo's played badminton in her college sports, representing your college team. That was an amazing. Nice. Nice. We ended up second out of 14. That's awesome. That's awesome because, I mean, badminton is one of those sports like that thing is whipping around the shuttlecock. So what's the difference between American football and rugby? American football is full pads. You have the helmet, you have shoulder pads. The ball is different. With rugby, generally you are not wearing pads, and the ball is much bigger. It's a much bigger, rounder ball. It looks like a football if you just kept pumping it up. It's like really like fat, and the rules are different. The way you pass the ball, the way you even the way you tackle. So in American football, you can just you can just launch yourself at somebody, and as long as you get them to the ground, it's okay. With rugby, you have to tackle between the shoulders and the knees, and you have to actually engage. You can't just like throw your body or your shoulder into them. You have to tackle and wrap, and then be able to take them to the ground. In rugby, you can't like hurdle people. In football, you can jump over people all day if you want to. So the rules of engagement are definitely different. And Yo-Yo says, "I love watching American football, but I like playing European football." Fair enough. Um, I I definitely found that I was injured more playing American football. Rugby, just because they treat it like soccer, where they'll yellow and red card you if you're tackling wrong, so they'll get you out of there quickly. I got red carded once, and it was only because I was chasing a guy down. And I kind of got him from behind and kind of drug him down. It was ugly. I didn't mean to do it that way, but that's what happened. X says at this point, I think American football is more dangerous than MMA. They're trying to make it safer because there was a point where they didn't care. You know, they would call it getting your bell rung, and it wasn't getting your bell rung. You had a concussion. Then we started seeing all the problems with football players having multiple concussions, and that became a really hard place to deal with because these guys were doing some crazy things because their brain was suffering trauma. American football players are giants. Some are, yeah. If you get around some of those guys, they're large and fast and very capable individuals. When you have 300-pound men who are 6'5", 6'7", who can run a 40-yard dash or who can jump high, like it's really interesting to see. That's for sure. Um, but a lot of them, it's more about like height. So you see a lot of guys that are taller because you can't teach or coach height. You're just either tall or you're not. Yo-Yo said, I saw a video of them in YouTube where food was being prepared for them and they demolished it. Yeah, and a lot of those guys are under contract. Like you have to keep a certain weight. So you got to eat a certain amount because you're playing a certain position. D&D says, I just signed into the Discord website. Let's go. Just I have to ask for the app and parents are asleep. Well, get that built, and the next time you are in that chat, um, check it out. And whoever you guys, again, try to subscribe to each other, and that way you can chat. But D&D, you might have to put something out there. X Roach says, "Wait, V, how big are you? As in height, as in weight. What are we looking at?" My height is average in the U.S. You can communicate through the website. I'm 5'10", about 185, maybe a little bit bigger. Yo-Yo says Vincent is big muscly guy. Seen his gym video. D&D has one video. Cool. So D&D has one video, guys. If you go to his and like comment on it, that way you guys can start a chat there as well. Don't get me wrong. I love having you guys chat here. I love having you be able to talk and stuff like that. But you guys might be on different time schedules than I would be, like if I'm at work or doing something else. So I just want you guys to have that ability to connect and it not just be through this channel. But that said, keep coming back to this channel because it's cool to have you guys here. X Roach says, I think you should ask your daughter how to help you open a Discord server. I'll have to ask her. Yeah. She helps me with other stuff too. She wants to start her own channel as well. And she had me reading, or what was I reading? Some alpha slang or something like that. And she could not stop laughing because I don't know how to pronounce it. And she thought it was the funniest thing. I said, well, there's your videos. Your dad not knowing how to pronounce your alpha gen slang. D&D, it's cool to be here, and it's cool having you here. We really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. What's your video of D&D? Yo, it is. It's going on midnight here. It's going to be midnight in about 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, I still got a shower. And just, yeah, I don't think I'm going to eat. I think I'm just going to hydrate a little bit. And I think I can call this a fast. And if I wake up tomorrow, do the workout tomorrow morning, because we'll go at 5:15, and then maybe have something after that. But yeah, I'm not really hungry right now. I might have a piece of fruit or something. I got some oranges. That was something nobody mentioned about the fruit is oranges. I like the little ones. They call them cuties here. D&D says it's just a video of one piece what of a one piece card and a devil fruit. Yo-Yo says you need at least 7 hours of sleep. Yeah. D&D says it's 1:50 a.m. X says oranges is in mandarins. Yeah, but these are even smaller ones. Like it's like the size of like a golf ball or something. They call them cuties, and I like those. But I like all oranges. And Yo-Yo, yes, you're absolutely right. But I don't always get that amount, and so that's where I'll nap. I'll put that in, but I don't always get 7 straight hours, and that's not because I stay up. It's just because that's how I sleep. I will sleep hard for 4 or 5 hours sometimes, and then I will just wake up completely refreshed. So that's part of it, but that's okay. But you guys make sure you're getting your 7 hours, and we're like late now. We're late for some of you guys. Egg says yes. I've had those small mandarins. They're not super sweet, but tangy. Yes. Super amazing. Yes. Fresh orange juice hits hard. Yes, facts. I will go to the store sometimes with my daughter. We'll get like a bag of them and then just hand squeeze them. There's nothing like actual orange juice, especially when you compare it. And I had her do that. I said, "Let's try this." And then we bought some orange juice, and you can just tell how syrupy and sugary store-bought orange juice is. It's not good. Kyle says it's 3:52. It's 3:52 in the morning. Yeah, you definitely need to get some sleep for sure. X says, but nothing beats mango in your opinion. Yeah, for sure. Yo-Yo says I can drink a gallon of that. D&D says, Kyle, much love. Yes, for sure, man. We appreciate having you in the chat. This has been amazing. Just having everybody in the chat, and I feel like that there's more people that haven't really said anything. They're just checking it out, and that's cool too. But everybody's welcome. So make sure you guys have definitely Subscribe to the channel before you check out. Make sure you hit the thumbs up before you check out, and get your sleep, because I think everybody's kind of on that time where it's time for getting some sleep. Kyle needs it. D&D, I know it's late where you're at because it's getting late where I'm at. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, yeah, we got a great group here, man. We definitely do. Hey, try, and if not, Kyle, just go to the channel and check out some of the videos, and just leave comments there too. We got a lot of people that do that. Joy, she's another one in Namibia. She's another one that does that. Yo Yo says, "All right, Vince, go get that needed sleep. Bye, brother. See you next stream." Absolutely, Roach. We'll see you. Guys, we're gonna, yeah, I guess we'll jump out. And you know what, I appreciate you guys looking out for me, saying, hey man, go get your sleep. So the way I can try to look out for you guys are bringing that energy right back, and that's, man, that is solid. That is solid. I was gonna go for 3 hours, which is about 15 more minutes, but I understand, and we can definitely pick it up. But I will be back at it tomorrow morning in about 5 hours, about 5.5 hours. So we're going to get that in, and we're going to have a great day tomorrow morning, and we will pick it up from there. So, guys, if I don't see you soon, just leave some comments randomly throughout some of the videos or the shorts on the channel, and we'll still make sure we get you guys all cooked up so you guys have that young impact athletes, section as well. So much love to all of y'all. And like we like to say, HWPO, hard work pays off. This is Impact Athletics Association. And I hate to leave it with 10 in the chat, but we're going to jump out now. Much love. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 5:15 a.m. Mountain Standard Time in America. Look it up if you're not sure. Out.